I think that Edie's crazy. That's what I think.
Bro.
Eden might be able to help. This might make her remember something about that night.
Oh, now that's what I call your basic long shot. How is she gonna remember anything? I mean, she already said she had a blackout that night.
I'm talking about before or after. Now, if she sees this dress and she's... Look at this little place where the little piece came out on the nail in the windowsill. Now, I mean, who knows? That could trigger something.
Now, you take my advice, Chief. The only thing it is gonna trigger is a first-class case of the guilts. You understand?
On the other hand, it might get her past her guilt once and for all. She didn't do it.
Yeah, you hope. Oh, no, not that guy. I mean, he is not on my 10 most admired list of men in this country, but Mr. Cranston, he is no killer.
Yeah, but he might know something about who did. I think he does. I think Gina does, too, which is the reason I'm willing to bet why the two of them are so tight all of a sudden.
Well, you think they struck some kind of deal?
Yeah, I think she's got some cards and he's got some.
Meaning what?
Well, she's got something on him, and whatever it is, it's good enough to keep him from dropping what he's got on her.
Or maybe they just like to hold hands and tell bedtime stories.
Threw that possibility out. Nobody likes Gina. I take that back. There is one person.
Who?
Her alibi?
The towhead?
Yeah. Brandon's word is the only thing that points to her being at the hotel at the time of the attempted murder. Now, if you ask me, I think a little 7-year-old kid might make a mistake.
Since when are you grilling 7-year-olds? What are you gonna do? Offer him some candy? Or take away his marbles?
No, Pearl. But I would take away your marbles. If you still had them. I'm gonna talk to Eden.
Come on, Dylan, relax. It's gonna be a great night.
Right. Good.
Dylan, what do you say we start thinking about the opening ceremonies? We don't want the natives to get restless.
Ah, it's a little early.
Well, it's early, but they came here to gamble.
Yeah, so let's throw them dice and kick this sucker off.
Not yet.
How long can people nurse a drink?
Look, I'm not having any ceremonies until the people who are supposed to be here are here.
Who's not here yet?
Well, Kelly, for one. She did a lot of work on this place, and so until she comes down, I'm not starting any ceremony.
Well, she has to be here somewhere. I just saw her a minute ago.
Look, she's up in my office. When she comes down, we'll start, okay?
All right.
So she's still up there with Nick, huh?
Oh, you know damned well she is.
You look lovely.
Thank you. Ted brought me your note. I'm glad you showed up.
I think you have something to tell me. Don't you?
Yes, I do. I wanted to tell you last night. Well, actually, I wanted to tell you for a long time, but...
Oh, sorry, I just have to get something here. We're gonna be starting the opening ceremony soon. You guys gonna come down?
You go on ahead. I think we'll be a while.
You sure?
He knows, doesn't he?
What?
What it is you're going to talk about?
Yes, he knows.
I don't like the idea of the two of you discussing me.
Well, Nick, there have been times when Dylan was the only person I could talk to about certain things. And I didn't like it. I wanted to confide in you, but I was scared.
Why?
Because I knew once I told you everything would change. And I wasn't sure we were strong enough to survive it.
Are you sure now?
No. But I have to take the chance.
Don't you ever give up.
Hi, Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah. In my imagination, the waitresses in here dressing better than they used to.
Well, I'm going to the opening of Dylan Hurley's casino later, and I didn't have time to go home and change.
Oh, you're missing all the hoopla, aren't you? It should be starting any time now.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have the world's most understanding boss. He insists I work until 7:30, no matter what.
Oh, my goodness. It's a sad day in this town when a woman with your connections can't get the boss to let her off early.
What connections?
Well, you're married to a man who seems to have a place in both the Lockbridge and the Capwell family trees. I should think that would count for something.
Except for providing a lot of complications, it doesn't count for anything to Brick. And it means even less to me. No. Hey, handsome. Ready for our big day?
Oh, hi, Aunt Julia. I'm just warming up a chair for you. Have a seat.
Thank you.
We don't have to leave right away, do we?
You don't have to leave at all if you don't want to. The only reason I'm going is because Augusta threatened my life if I didn't show up.
Well, she almost quit today and got us all off the hook.
Really?
Yeah, when I told her Dad was a major shareholder in the casino, she didn't cotton to the idea too well.
I didn't think she would.
Oh, you knew?
Well, yes, I did some legal work for Dylan when he set this whole thing up. She didn't quit, did she?
No. And she found out that she had the same 20% as Dad had due to the new community property laws. She liked the idea pretty well. Think she could get along without us tonight?
Look, I promised her, so I'm going to go. But if you don't want to go, don't go.
Maybe I'll just take a walk and think about it. Do you mind?
Of course not. I'll just go all by myself. That is, of course, if you're not going because you're embarrassed to be seen with your old maiden auntie.
Hardly. It'd be the best looking date of my life, not to
Aw.
mention the first one in a long time. I just don't want to sit around watching the bad vibes go back and forth between them.
I know. It's okay.
Maybe I'll change my mind and see you there.
Okay. Bye. Hi, Mom. Listen, do you have some change so I can make a phone call?
Yeah, let me set this down. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay.
Did I hear you say that Lionel was a part owner of the casino?
Actually, I believe that was Warren who brought that up. Hello, Mason. My, what big ears you have.
I don't have time for hello, Julia. This is serious.
What is?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, my father is unaware that Lionel has an interest in this venture. When he finds out, the fur is going to fly, probably tonight.
So what?
So I wouldn't miss it for the world. Want to come with me?
You and I seen at the casino together?
Well, why not? Your other date seemed to have better things to do.
Mason, I don't think that the word date should be used to describe anything that you or I might or might not do together.
You'll have to enlighten me. Was that a yes or a no?
It was a maybe.
Julia, we don't have time to deliberate. Blood may have already been spilled.
Blood. You know, you're living in the wrong era. You would have been in seventh heaven in ancient Rome.
I like that imagery. Gladiators engaged in mortal combat. That's very apt, you know.
Now, how can I refuse to go out with a man who compliments my imagery?
You can't fool me. That was a yes.
Up to a point.
And what point is that?
The casino door. I will go in with you. I will go in on your arm. And after that, we're on our own.
Fair enough. Unless, of course, you're so taken with me on the way over that you can't tear yourself away.
Right.
Let's get this one going.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey! May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
Gather around, everybody.
Pete,
Come on,
why don't you
gather
strike
around.
a ceremonial chord? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we wanted, well, kind of something special to kick off this very special evening.
Right.
So, in a second or two, your host, Mr. Dylan Hartley, is going to try his luck with these 24 carats, if you were wondering.
I'm glad I'm not too late.
Fine, it's time for first round.
All right. Be careful, old buddy. If somebody hits the jackpot tonight, we might have to use these for the payoff. No, we're just joking, folks. We're just joking. There's plenty of cash on hand, and we hope that you will all go out as winners tonight. Well, not all.
That's right. Everybody have fun. And if luck isn't a lady to you tonight, I hope she at least shows you a good time. All right? Here we go. Everybody wish me luck. All right.
Snake.
Nick, I don't think you understand how I feel about Dylan.
You felt drawn to him, attracted. What else is there to understand?
I guess I think it's important for you to know that I don't enjoy feeling that way. Because all of the reasons for the attraction are bad reasons.
Bad? How?
Dylan is like someone you read about. He is somebody who is not in the real world. He has no conception of tolerance or patience, or the things that you need to make something last. He doesn't know about sustaining a relationship. He knows about the moment, whatever it takes to make things right now. And that's something I don't admire.
Yes, well, you can be attracted to someone you don't admire. It happens all the time. You can even fall in love with someone you don't admire.
Then it's not true love, though, Nick. It's escape.
But what worries me, Kelly, is why you feel this need to escape.
I don't. I mean, it's nothing that I've needed.
But there must be part of you that feels this need.
Right, but that part of me is the childish part, just like Dylan is a child. That is the part of me that wanted Joe because he was wild and different. I'm ready to grow up, Nick.
And what do you mean by that, Kelly? Grow up.
Maybe it means realizing that working for the moment isn't what's best. Especially when someone else's feelings are involved.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Nick, all this time I've been wanting answers from somebody else, from Dylan or from you. I didn't want to take the responsibility for myself. But I've got to stop asking other people to understand my indecision or forgive me for it.
If all we're talking about is your indecisions, there's nothing to forgive. And I thought you had something much worse to tell me.
Well, I thought what I'd put you through was bad enough.
No, I have to take partial blame for
No.
this. No, you listen to me. I'm the one that came up with the notion of getting married before you were ready. I knew I was doing it. You said as much, but I just couldn't leave it alone. I wanted you so much. I thought maybe all you needed was a little push. I was wrong.
Nicky, please don't blame
Do you
yourself.
deny that you didn't feel a little bit trapped? I mean, every time I started talking about getting engaged, I could feel you tense up. I think that's half the reason why you felt you needed to escape. Just those pressures.
But it was loving pressure.
Yeah,
and
I
want you to
know, sweetie, but they're just pressures. Just the same. Just the same. So you felt the desire to head in the opposite direction. Do you think that's what was going on?
Maybe part of it.
So we'll take the pressure off. There is no date for the wedding. We'll cancel it.
All right, but that doesn't mean I don't love you.
I
You know
that. I really do know that. I mean, I'll wait for as long as it takes.
Oh, Nick.
I want to give you that freedom. I don't want you off looking for it someplace else. As far as I'm concerned, this is the beginning, the very beginning. I have just met you, and I am wondering if I will ever be lucky enough to hold you.
Nick, I love you.
Then that's enough. That's everything. So, you sure there's nothing else that you have to tell me?
Yeah.
I never knew that canceling a marriage could make me so happy.
That's an excellent job in the security system.
Yes. Mr. Hartley's really pleased. Thank you. Okay.
Mom,
You look as beautiful as she said you did. Look at you.
Thank you very much. Who said?
Your next door neighbor. I came by and she said you had already left.
You did? Why did you come by the apartment?
Well, I wanted to bring you here if you wanted me to. And, of course, to let you know that Dad's going to be here. Now, Mom, that's not going to change your mind about him coming, is it?
No. If my life is going to be my own again, I can't be afraid anymore.
All right. Good for you.
Thank you.
Come on, something to drink?
I'd love it, yes.
All right.
Oh,
Hey.
hi. I wasn't sure you were going to show up.
You win any money yet?
No, I haven't had a chance to try my luck, but now that Ted's here, I think I'll let him show me the ropes.
Oh, yes.
Well, what do I know about gambling?
What? Come on, we know what lurks behind that boyish exterior. You think we bought that line about you spending your freshman year hitting the
All right.
ball?
I'm going to leave now before I lose my cover completely. Come on, Toots. I'll show you how it's done.
Okay.
You have a soft spot for your brother, don't you?
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Of course. Growing up with a sister like you.
Smile. You don't want Nick to see that look on your face.
Not sure I care.
Oh, come on, Dill. Let's face it. I had something pretty nice going on before you came along. They can get it back. You gotta let it be.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're wishing that we'd had that talk weeks ago.
No, I don't think I was ready then. But I'm sorry, Nikki, that it took so long.
No being sorry. Whatever happened, we're stronger for it. I think I love you now more than I ever have.
You're so wonderful, you know that?
Never mind. Then what are we doing without any champagne? It's flowing like water all around us, and here we stand empty-handed. You stay here. I'll get us some.
Okay.
Say goodbye.
You didn't tell him.
I told him what I had to tell him.
Now, what does that mean?
Bill, and I was standing over there, and I realized that just because a thing happened doesn't make it the whole truth. It doesn't make it the most important truth.
I don't understand.
You and I made love. That was one isolated incident.
It was more than an incident to me.
That doesn't mean my feelings for Nick weren't real. I loved him, and I still do even more. So the only crime would be to tell him something that would keep him from believing that.
See, I don't understand you. You tell me one thing and say that it's the only way that you can live with yourself, and then you turn around and you do something completely different. Make up your mind.
I have to live with what I did, but that doesn't mean Nick has to live with it, too.
Oh, well, that sounds really great, Kelly, but you want to know what happened here, don't you?
What?
You chickened out.
Could you call down to the guest house and tell Mary that I'm here, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
Good evening, Doctor.
Well, good evening.
Taking Mary out tonight, huh?
Yeah, I thought we'd help open up the new casino.
Oh, yes, I heard about it. I must compliment you on your taste in women. She is a lovely young lady, Mary.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that. We grew up together, you know. And by the way, I'd like to thank you for the donation that you sent to the clinic. You're very generous.
I'm very happy to do it. Just make sure that you follow through.
It's fine. If that's the way you want it, then Mary will never know.
That is the way I want
Hello, Cece.
Hello, Mary.
Hey, Mary, if you don't just look...
Radiant, Doctor. Radiant is the word. Oh, Mary, blue. That's your color.
Oh, well, it certainly is tonight. Mary, that is an incredible dress.
Thank you.
Well, go on, you two. Enjoy yourselves, will you?
Thank you, we will.
Be careful driving.
Now, before you tell me not to stay out too late, let me tell you not to stay up too late because you're still recuperating.
You don't come on like a nurse right now. Not in that dress.
Oh, and I suppose if I were to change into my nurse's uniform, you'd listen to me?
Out, out.
I wouldn't count on it. Let's go. Good night, Mr. Capwell.
Good night.
You know, that man treats you as if he were one of your own daughters.
He was so kind to me, Mark.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really add up with all the horror stories I've heard about. Well, shall we? And hey, what is this, anyway? And you're not going to tell me that this is going with us?
Well, I won't if you don't want me to, but it is.
What is it?
It's just something I have to return to somebody. Let's go.
Dan, this is Mr. Capwell. Would you please pick up the pilot and bring him over here? Yes, I would like to drive from here to the heliport. Thank you. Yes, make it very quick.
Cruz, hola.
Hola, Rosa. I wonder if I could see Eden for a moment.
Eden?
Yeah, I need to talk some things over with her. Is she here?
Is who here?
Eden, I want to talk to her.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. I have some business to take care of with you anyway. Oh, would you mind? I need a few minutes alone with Cruz. Won't take that long.
Please.
I'm not here to see you, Kirk.
Well, that's too bad, because I have a few pertinent questions for you, Inspector. Like, what are you trying to pull with Gina?
Maybe I ought to ask you the same thing, since you're the one who's been seeing so much of her.
Anyway, she called me. Told me that you just charged in there and questioned her. Now, what's she gonna have to do? File charges of harassment or what?
I'm not harassing anybody, Kirk. I'm just trying to find out why you're so hot to get Gina out of town. Does Eden know you bought her those airline tickets?
I just thought it'd be better for everybody if Gina started out over someplace out of here. Why? I just ended up paying for airfare. So what?
And she outfoxed you pretty good, didn't she? Danged if she didn't try to cash them little suckers in. And she's still in Santa Barbara. Now, that must have upset you plenty. I imagine that's when you decided to get rough with her.
What do you mean, get rough?
Kirk, your innocence is wasted on me. I saw what you did to her dress.
I don't get it, Cruz. Why the sudden interest in Gina? I mean, why do you care whether she goes or stays or anything else?
Because I know you care whether she goes or stays. What interests you, pal, interests me. I can't get rid of the idea that all of this is somehow tied up in that night a long time ago when someone tried to disconnect your father-in-law's life support system.
What?
You see, I know Eden didn't stop those machines. Somebody else did. And I think you know who.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't. Because if you do know who did it, if you've known all along and you let Eden think she was the one, then you better start running. Because I'm going to come down on you like a demon.
You're making some pretty outrageous suggestions, Castillo. I don't think I want to listen to them.
It's fine with me. I'm here to see Eden.
Why? So you can fill her full of the same garbage you just told me? Forget it.
I can make this a police matter if you force me to.
Go ahead. Come on back with papers. You're still not going to see Eden.
I mean, do you really think it's worth your while to put this off, Kirk? You know I'm going to see her sooner or later. You know that.
You're not going to see her tonight. Now get out.
Oh, I get it. You want to show the head man how tough you are. Maybe he'll be impressed.
I said get out.
We'll have to do this again real soon.
He's a persistent man, Kirk. He always was.
Yeah, among other things.
Well, when he made up his mind to have Eden, he didn't get much encouragement at first. It didn't stop him. Nothing could.
Something did, didn't it? Anyway, I'm not afraid of Cruz.
Feeling seems to be mutual. Well, my boy, let's just hope that the best man wins.
There you are. Hi.
baby.
Incredible.
Isn't it? Now, look, don't expect me home before dawn, 'cause I plan to be up all night counting the long green.
Well, am I allowed to try my hand at these wicked games, or wives of employees not allowed to win?
Well, wives of employees have to spend money before they make money.
I just cashed my paycheck, kiddo, so bring on the chips.
Amy, wait, paycheck?
No, I'll be careful.
Okay, all right.
Thanks.
Have some fun.
Jay.
How much did you get?
I got $100.
Mark!
Oh, come on. I said we were going to cut loose. Now, here, you take half.
No, I was going to buy my own.
You brought your own money?
Well, I certainly did. I'm no party pooper. An even 10. Read it and weep.
Read it and weep?
Isn't that gambler talk? I saw it in a movie.
Well, it's a little out of context, but yeah, come on. Who was that with Mason, anyway?
Oh, that's Augusta Lockridge's sister, Julia. She helped my little sister Christy once. She's a lawyer.
Oh, terrific. Maybe she can brief Mason on some of the finer points of law that he's missed, like ethics. Come on.
Mary Duval. The last time I saw her was at Eden's party last fall. As a matter of fact, you were with her, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
She's still wearing the same dress. It's beautiful, though.
I thought so. Well, can I get you anything? Champagne, stack of chips, deck of cards?
No, now we're on our own. But you were a wonderful escort, Mr. Capwell. My compliments.
Thank you. We'll have to try it again sometime, see if we can carry it beyond the door.
Don't push your luck.
The first of our noble gladiators has arrived. First, a polite nod to the ex-wife, then a beeline for Sophia. Sophia, however, I believe, will beat a hasty retreat, probably to the powder room.
Let's dance, all right?
Oh, no, she's found a better excuse.
You're not bad at this.
Yeah, some people are hopelessly predictable. You take my father, for instance. I predict that he has had Lionel followed, knows precisely when he arrived, and will arrive himself in about 10 minutes.
You know, you could do this professionally. Really, you wear a blindfold and then guess what people's social security number is and how much change they have in their pockets. Beat Boffo in the nightclub circuit. Think about it.
Well, you must be feeling pretty full of yourself.
Me?
Well, you are the mastermind behind this venture, are you not? The one who got past the naysayers, the doomsayers, including myself. Congratulations. You went for it, Dylan, and you got it.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Come on, look around you, man. The word of mouth is going to give you a waiting list a mile long. Rejoice for crying out loud.
Well, I'm sorry, Nick. There's things that stand in the way of that.
Let's stop fighting over Kelly. This has gone on long enough. Let's stop competing.
It's easy for you to say. You just won.
This doesn't have anything to do with winning or losing.
Well, why are you so damned happy
Well,
then,
I'm
huh?
happy because, well, Kelly and I are starting off with a clean slate. We had an honest talk. It's been a long time in coming, and it feels very good.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad that things are so perfect.
Hey, come on now. Things are far from that.
Well, they look pretty perfect from this end.
Well, I'm thinking about the future. I know the only chance that Kelly and I have is that if I forget about the future, and that's going to be pretty hard for me.
What do you mean, forget about the future?
Well, she didn't tell you? We've decided to call the wedding plans off. Yes. I had to drag it out of her, but I've sensed all along that she didn't really want to go through with it.
And I'm sure you sensed the reason, but I bet you didn't drag that out of her, though, did you?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Look, forget it.
No. Come on.
No,
tell me.
never mind. Look, the important thing is that you guys straighten things out. Now, that's what counts, right? And who cares if you had to postpone the date? Excuse me, I gotta talk to Brick.
Does he have to be so blatant about it?
Oh, Augusta, just ignore him. In fact, ignore them both.
He tried to knock people down trying to get to her. I am so humiliated.
You look way too beautiful to be humiliated. I'm sure every man in this room is looking at you right now.
Nice try, no cigar.
Just trying to help.
You can help me by getting me a divorce immediately.
Oh.
32 red.
I won. Oh, Sam, thank you. I won. I know you did.
Are you going to play or just watch?
Hello, Mason.
Yeah. They're beautiful. I love the dress.
You should. You bought it.
How are things going? You moved into the guest house?
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
How do you like the furnishings?
Furnishings?
The sofa, chairs, the beds. Most of that stuff hasn't been replaced in years.
Mason, the only thing old in there is the antiques.
Well, how is the bed? Comfortable?
Oh, very comfortable.
No lumps?
No, no lumps.
Oh, sweet dreams. Oh, Brick.
Hello, Mason.
So give me 100 worth. Would you have someone take it to Mary Duval? Tell her it's on the house. What's the matter? Did you lose count? Right on time.
It's been so long since we talked about that night when the attempt was made on Mr. C's life, and I need to ask you a couple more questions about it.
I thought the case was closed or dropped or...
No, it hasn't been. I'm not here officially, mind you, but I am doing some work on my own.
Well, I don't know what I can tell you that I haven't said before, dear.
Let's start again. That day, was there anything unusual going on?
No.
How about that night? Did you notice anybody in the house who shouldn't have been here?
As you know, I wasn't in the house when it happened.
Why not?
Gina gave me the night off.
Oh, right. Yeah, I knew that. Gina did.
A miracle. I didn't even have to ask.
So it was her idea?
Yes.
And then she and Brandon went to the hotel?
Right. It was a blessing he was there and not here when it happened. It would have been so upsetting for him.
Yeah.
You're working awfully late tonight, Cruz. You shouldn't work so hard, dear.
Yeah, I know. This case, I can't seem to shake it, you know?
When you wanted to see Eden before, it was, about the same thing?
Why do you ask?
Por nada, era nomás que... Ay, Cruz, you've been seeing Santana for weeks now. There's a chance that you care about Eden.
Rosa, I have been honest with Santana. I have not misled her.
I know you wouldn't want to hurt her.
No, I don't want to hurt her. Sometimes it's hard not to, you know? I mean, it hasn't been easy for Santana and me.
My daughter can be a very emotional person, Cruz. She thinks with her heart. Maybe sometimes she asks too much.
I'm the one who asks too much. I ask her to put up with my indecision, to be patient with me, to wait when I have to go away and be alone and stuff, and she does it, you know? I don't think I have a right to expect that.
You do. If Santana means something to you, if she's more than a friend.
She's more than a friend, Rosa.
How much more?
I think that's something I should tell Santana, not her mother.
Right. Of course.
Buenas noches.
Gracias.
I'm prepared to offer you a fair price for your share, Lionel. You name it.
Let's put your money away, CC. You don't have enough.
What amount has he got invested in this place?
I'm sorry, Mr. Capwell, but that's confidential information.
You want to keep your business, Mr. Hartley? If you do, you'll give me that information. Confidential or not.
Well, look around you. I don't think you would want to close down a business that's doing as well as this. Look, why don't you have a couple of rounds in the game of your choice, and may I remind you that for the next 2 years, this property is legally mine. Let me get you a refresher.
You do work here, don't you, Augusta?
Yes.
Good. Be a good girl. Give me $200,000 worth of chips. I'll take $50,000 right away. Is there something wrong with the amount?
No.
You a gambling man, Lionel?
Oh, I've been known to turn a card or two.
Dad, don't do anything rash here. This money's just as much Mom's as it is yours.
Well, come on now, put it down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't mind Cece. I mean, he treats everybody like servants. He hasn't got the breeding to do otherwise.
Well, you can't blame him for being snappish, Lionel. After all, Brick is a living, breathing reminder of the betrayal you so artfully effected.
Spoken like a true expert, Mason. Well, what'll it be, Lionel? Cards?
With your approval.
You have it. Even though I go down with you, you hope you lose anything.
Why don't you give me $200,000 worth of chips, too? The first $50,000 right away.
Choose your game, Lionel.
5-card stack.
Oh, boy, okay.
Great.
What time is it, Mark?
Oh, boy, it's 1:30.
I haven't been out this late in I don't know how long. You know, I can't believe CC was still playing cards when we left. He should be in bed.
No, wait a minute. It's one thing to worry about a patient, but CC Capwell is as strong as a horse. No more shop talk. Besides, I had a terrific time.
Oh, so did I. But it's back to reality tomorrow because I'm early shift at the clinic.
No. No more reality, just for a little while, okay? What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just getting late.
You know, I couldn't take my eyes off you all night long. You're so beautiful. Mary, you know, sometimes I think our past has got you into some kind of a stranglehold.
What do you mean?
We've talked about it. Sometimes you think of me as some kind of a brother. I wish we could get past that.
Mark, you know, it's just not that easy for me. Last year at this time, I was living in a convent.
I know.
I don't know. I'm just not an old hand at this. Maybe it takes a special person to realize that. Maybe nobody can understand that.
Well, I'm stubborn enough to try. Do I still get to try?
Well, you don't even have to ask a question like that.
Good night, Mary. Wear that dress for me again sometime.
Lass, just the two of us, together under the stars. How I have longed to have you back. I'm so glad Mary did the honorable thing. She knew she couldn't come between us anymore. And people are made for each other the way you and I are. There's no use fighting it, is there?
I don't understand why you don't just drop it. You got what you wanted. You got Kelly.
She's not all I want. I want peace between us two. I want us to be straight with each other.
Is that right? Total disclosure. Now, that's what you're looking for.
Yes. Why weren't you honest about knowing about Kelly wanting to cancel the wedding?
Because I didn't.
Yes, you knew. Come off it. She says she confides in you a lot. You knew we were going to have an important talk tonight? What did you think we were going to talk about? The color of $10 chips?
You'll have to ask her that.
Well, I did. And she told me everything. I know her, Dylan. She was so relieved when it was over, she has nothing to hide from me.
Kelly's a strange girl, Nick. She can be one way with someone and turn around and be completely different with someone else.
You mind translating that?
It means I don't think you know Kelly as well as you think you do. I mean, does it ever occur to you that someone besides yourself might know Kelly, too? Might know something about her that you don't know?
What are you driving at?
You always come on with a superior attitude, Nick. You patronize me. Oh, I know you got upset when you found out that I had feelings about Kelly, but you really weren't worried, and you know why?
Because you think the love that you have for her is a true love with capital letters, and what I have for her is nothing but a little high school crush. Then my feelings don't count, that they're not as deep as yours, as holy as yours are.
I wasn't thinking that.
Oh, come on, you never took me as a serious competitor, did you? You always thought that Kelly was going to stay with you.
No, I didn't, no.
Then what were you afraid of?
You know exactly what I was afraid of.
That I had slept with Kelly.
You said that you didn't? Did you?
I thought we weren't going to ask that question anymore. Besides, you know Kelly. You said that if she was keeping something from you. I mean, isn't that what you just said?
Damn it, Dylan, answer the question. Once and for all, we've got to bury this.
All right. Yes. I did. I slept with Kelly. Well, you finally made me say it.
I didn't make you say it. You wanted to tell me. You really wanted to hurt me.
Oh, you're the one that asked for us to be straight with each other. Well, the next time you run around screaming for the truth, don't ask for it unless you can live with it.
And how have you been living with it? If it's true, how have you been able to look me in the face and tell me that it isn't? You miserable, pathetic...
Dylan, the dealers downstairs, I think, need some help. I was wondering if you could fill in or ask somebody to help them out. Hey, what's the matter? What happened up here?
Why don't you tell me, Kelly?
What's going on, Nick?
I said you tell me, Kelly.
Tell you what?
Come on, we're getting out of here.
Nicky, you're hurting me.
You're not going to give me no for an answer. Not this time.
Dylan, would you deal the card, please? I think I'll check.
$50,000.
It's in your corner, Mr. Capwell.
I have a pencil and a piece of paper, please.
What's that?
My 40% of the casino. I see you and raise you. That much. I think the game has gone on long enough, don't you? Well, what do you say, Lionel? I match my 40% with your 40%? Loser walks away. He walks away for good.
On NBC.